have your fear, which might become reality. And you have Godzilla, which is reality.
I'm sick of Godzilla. Wake up, everyone! There are two things you don't know about the Earth. One is me, and the other is Godzilla.
We're safe enough. No human being can understand that. The monsters on Monster Island can understand it.
Whether he returns or not, or is never again seen by human eyes, the things he has taught us remain.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final episode of YHS on Monster Island of the year. It is the end of December. We are getting close. Christmas is in a few days, and then we're gonna have New Year's after that, and then it's gonna be 2026, and then we'll just kind of start over.
Well, happy holidays!
Up, yeah, dude, how you doing?
Happy Holiday Wishlist 5.
Is it part 5?
Part 5, yeah.
Wow.
I am very excited. I do look forward to this episode every year.
Me too.
Not because it just means it's the end of the year, but also because I'm always very curious what you put on your top 10 list, because
it's weird this year.
Yeah, well, the reason, as I was putting together the slides and stuff, I always kind of look back what we did last year, right? And I was shooting you notes. I was like, I had no idea you had this on there. I had no idea. And so I'm always just intrigued by what you, Mr. Walsh, put on the list.
Same. You always put some stuff that I, am unfamiliar with. And I think it's been a pretty eye-opening year for me as far as Sofubi goes in my collection. And I kind of scaled back my, in the past, I've truly put a lot of big expensive things on my list, knowing if it's a wish list, this is a wish list.
Yeah.
But this year I came at my wish list a little different, and a lot of the stuff on my list are obtainable things that I know I'm going to end up getting, and it's a lot of things that was my list this year was kind of shaped by the fact that this year we went to Japan. I went to G-Fest for the first time. We went to Designer Con, to Kaiju Go, and there's a lot of weird things that's been in my vision this year. So my list is there's still some classic, me stuff on there, but we'll see.
That's interesting. So 100%. I think that the trip to Japan obviously helped add some things on our radars that maybe were just kind of hovering in the periphery, right? And my list was very different. So I think I might have mentioned this before we went into last year's wish list, is that last year was I knew my top 10. For the most part, there were a couple, I probably knew my top 12, right? And these were signature pieces that I always wanted. And I had a pretty laser focus in 2025 finding these pieces, and which we'll talk about later, obviously success in doing that. And I am just hey, there's a lot of things that I want and I like, but I don't have any that oh my gosh, this year will be not a success if I don't get this or anything. So what I ended up doing, which I haven't in the past, I've actually stolen something from your playbook. I actually started putting more collect this line or this series or this style, which I haven't before, because and I think I've been so focused on, I want this specific toy. And so that's what I'm really looking forward to for this year, is going to be a little bit more broad than I have maybe last year. So that'll be fun.
It opens it up, and it makes it where it's easier to knock out your wish list, if you're just getting a ton of, ton of shit. So, and I know we both did good on our wish list this year, so I'm excited to see. I know you probably got I even have a it doesn't count, you won't feel it here. I actually have a cool update on one of my wish list items from last year that I wasn't able to attain, that I've been trying the hardest for them, and I even have an update on that. So no, I think this was by far, spoiler,
two of our best years in the 4 years that we've done this. As far as like, I think one year we got like 2. You know,
well, yeah, and I mean honestly, dude, last year we had a list, or we did our wish list episode, and as soon as we got done, we bought my like number 2 thing on the list. You know what I mean? We got done, and you were like, "Hold on," and you found it, and we're
done.
like, "Okay, well, there's where we go. Here we go." So like, which is the best thing ever. I'm excited to get into it. We have a small amount of pickups we'll do.
Yeah.
Hey, before we do our pickups,
I
think we should talk a little bit about something we both watched.
Oh, what is that? Oh, yes. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I was like, what did we watch? Yeah, because after our PSA last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yes. The Ishiro Honda documentary that came out. If you watched the episode last week, then or 2 weeks ago, then you'll know that you were able to get it for like a 10-day limited time to stream it from the Chicago, Japan Film Collective. And we were able to watch. Yeah, I'm curious. Yeah, we haven't chatted about that.
We haven't talked about it. I saw your Letterboxd review, but
I got to start doing that more, like where I'm actually like reading your stuff. No, you go first. Did you already know mine? You go first.
Yeah.
As I remove my antlers. Sorry, guys. These are crushing my skull. I would be a terrible deer, a reindeer.
Yeah, so I think my review was kind of similar to yours.
Okay.
I thought, it gave me like old school, like PBS vibes.
Yeah.
And what I said in my review about it was like, it was really nice. It was like informative. There's some really good stuff about Honda in there, stuff that I didn't know, and all of that stuff is great. But the documentary itself is not very, it's very straightforward school project. Like, it's not very imaginative or like put together in any kind of like interesting way. It's just a straightforward, here's a documentary. And that I was like, all right, I mean, that's fine, but it made it feel like it was homework a little bit. And then I also thought, like, it's so short. It's like an hour. It's like right at an hour almost.
Yeah, I think it's like 67 minutes or something. Yeah.
And I was like, hold up. Like, there has to be hours worth of interesting. Like, the dude was so interesting. And, they start talking about how, like, later in his career, he started working with Kurosawa. And I'm like, what? I'm like, that's a documentary on its own. Like, that little... I don't know, it just felt like a very quick, I felt like I put it on and I was like, oh, this is over. But other than that, like, it is very cool. Like, it's nice. You don't get a lot of info just out there about Honda. So it was nice to see like some of the interviews with the, family members and and the audio and all that. So like, it's definitely worth watching. I thought it was good, and I would tell anybody to watch it. I just didn't think it was very like it wasn't like a very creatively done documentary. But that's it.
Yeah, I'm 1,000% aligned with you. I thought like it was well done in the sense that like they were real cameras and like they actually like did some research. But the problem is it was like a video Wikipedia entry, right? Like it really was. It was like, here's the surface level, everything about him, and the interviews were great, and there's nothing wrong with that. And like I said, it's a great primer to somebody that's like, I love Godzilla. I've heard the names of Tsuburaya and Ifukube and Honda, but like Honda, like let me know like the kind of quick synopsis of Honda, and it was great. But the best documentaries always have a narrative and a will they, won't they, what are they trying to achieve? Like everything. I mean, you think of things like, some of my favorite documentaries, like the Jodorowsky's Dune. It's like all this stuff, like how did this not happen? What made this thing fall apart? Or King of Kong, it's like the great good and evil. It's like Billy Mitchell and Steve Wiebe and all this stuff. Like there wasn't, it just was like, here's information.
Yeah. It was very Wikipedia-ish.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, to your point, like Honda, they could have done a whole documentary on, I think and they talked about it, which is good. I'm glad they did. I think Steve Reifel was the one that did the talking points on it, but like, his strong stance against the war, even though he was doing some of the most heinous things, or was part of it, right? Like he, was a clerk at the these like dig into that and how that shaped more of his filmmaking. Like I said, they talk about it, but they don't what is that.
The war stuff is so weird to me, and like we don't have to get super into that, but like I definitely think you don't like you should talk about that stuff because he did it and it happened or whatever. But it does seem they seem to really be like, yeah, but he didn't want to do that, and they just like go by it. And I'm like, that doesn't look good. Maybe you should just admit like this happened. It happened early in his life. It sucked. It is a bad thing that he did. We're here now. Instead of kind of just like, I think they came at the war stuff in a little weird, in a weird way.
Agreed, because you're right. When they first talk about it, it's like, oh, we're going to defend him just because we like Ishiro Honda and we don't want to make him, we don't want to taint his legacy. But then they talked about, the people that were captive and stuff in China invited him back and stuff like that. Like, there's a documentary. Yeah. How did this amazing, like, world-renowned filmmaker, is this true? What is the stuff about, like, what made him like be able to, in doing these terrible things, these people like him enough that he was invited back? Once again, that's a story. The whole, I think it was like Kurosawa's grandson or son or whatever was like, I don't know. It was one of the producer's sons was like, Kurosawa was a great filmmaker, but Honda was a better person. Talk about the yin and the yang of how Kurosawa and Honda worked together, right? Like that would have been a great documentary. Yeah. The whole like, and this was my, if it was a normal length documentary, because they said this pretty close to the end. And I think this should have been, this was my thinking of like, this should have been the thesis of the whole film, of the documentary, and they could have explored this. It's, yes, like Honda is not the most known Japanese director in cinema. Obviously, Kurosawa has that claim, number one with a bullet. But when they say Kurosawa is the most important for the influence of Japanese cinema and to get Japanese cinema for the U.S. and international markets through Godzilla and the Kaiju film. So is Honda more important to Japanese film than Kurosawa? Go. Like that, I think would have been, and you can still tell the backstory. You can still tell the war stuff, everything. Like that to me, like I needed a what is this trying to say that can be debated. You can't debate Ishiro Honda was born and and so it was just a little stale. But you can tell the people like tried like make a really well done, produced, I should say, documentary, and like I said, it fell on the narrative side.
Yeah, I agree. But I did enjoy watching it, and I kind of made a thing of it, like, that we recorded on that, Wednesday or whatever. And I was like, this is what I'm going to do Saturday morning. It's going to be the first thing I do Saturday morning. Nice. And that's what I did. I woke up, did not even get out of my bed. I woke up and bought it and watched it. Right. It was literally the first thing I did Saturday morning. So
one thing I was bummed about. I was hoping to see, Tomoko Ai and her daughter, so Tomoko Ai Katsura, Terramecha Godzilla and all that stuff. Because when I met them at G-Fest, her daughter was there, came over with her to. She spoke a little bit better English, and I told the story on this, but like she talked about like when she was little, the Hondas lived right down the street from them, and like she called him Grandpa and would go over there, and like there would have been a great time in there just to like a little her take on it and stuff, and I don't know, it was, and of course. Obviously, Tomoko Ai's connection to Honda's Terror of Mechagodzilla, like that would be great. So but worth hey, $10 well spent.
Yeah, definitely worth watching. I'm glad we got to see that. I'm glad they did that little thing. So
yeah, pretty cool. I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, well, I was gonna bring it up. Well, Jay, let's get into some pickups.
Get it as much as they can. Sometimes it's a glitter Godzilla, and sometimes it's Vector Man. For those best exclusives, it's gonna cost lots again. And let's hope that Sofubi is off their holiday top 10. Yeah! another glorious day. Oh, Kaiju pickups, now back to Jake and Jay.
Cool. So Jay, you got a couple things.
I do.
Let's
I
do it,
just
man.
I haven't even opened them yet.
Oh.
So really excited about. Yeah, it's unbagging.
Unbagging.
All bags and headers. So yeah, surprise, they're all of the Sofubi variety. Okay, I'll go from. I would say I'm gonna go from smallest to biggest, but I have to measure these. Okay, good. From smallest to biggest. From our best bud. Well, actually, I guess this one is from Max Toy Japan. So this is from not Mark Nagata, but the Japanese version that bears his company's great name, Max Toy Japan. And I got myself a really cool little, I'll take the header off here, a really cool Jamila or Jamala. Jamila, look at this guy.
Nice.
I love that guy.
What a weirdo.
He is a weirdo. Great episode though. Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
You just feel sorry for him. Does not like water. Yeah, I don't know. I love their sculpt of this guy. I think it's great. And my Ultraman shelves, especially my original Ultraman, like it's already too full of, like my display cabinet has like the long glass displays. It already is filled up too. So I can't fit any big figures. I think I might can squeeze him in. He might have to like, I don't know. Oh, I might have to put him on my top of my strange gallery and
That's all right.
blue bathtub Jamila to fit him in there. But yeah, love this guy.
He's awesome.
So good.
Very good.
I mean, just a handsome face. Okay. The next one, just slightly taller. And this was from this year's Summer Wonderfest, from our favorite Chinese Sofubi player, Amakuma. They do really good stuff. And not from Ultraman, but from Ultra 7. We got, can't open it up here. I think this is one of my favorite sculpts that they did. It's so fun. But it's Alien Wild. So we got this Alien Wild there with his little camera. So there he is. Has his little camera.
Yes.
Ignore the little nurse that's going to be in the background. The big giant dragon. He has a little baby version of him there. But very cool. And I know you haven't watched Ultra 7, so I have to pull this up. So I want to show this. Like this is why I like this interpretation, is because they took this guy. Hold on, let me see if I can pull up a picture here for you. Just because I like, that's what I think Amakuma does so good, is that they're really good at taking some of these creatures and just making them awesome. Okay, let me see here. Save this picture here, and I will share this for you. But I mean, look at this little guy. I love that he's just holding that behind his back, like ha.
I remember seeing this. We must have showed this off on a news episode.
We did,
because
100%.
I'm familiar with the toy, but.
Oh no! I just say that was a. There wasn't a. I might have to do a share screen here because that was a web file. There we go. Okay, I'm going to pull up just so anybody knows. So I'm not like stealing from this website. Is Kaiju Compendium with a K .design.blog. It's the first image that came up. So let me share my screen here. I don't know, something about this. I just love this version of him because he's such a terrible execution of a design, but there, let me blow this up here real quick. Let me see, like there, that is Alien Wild. So I mean, literally, like even in the cost-cutting Subaraya era,
the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah,
that's
and
awesome.
then that's Nurse. There's that's what's hiding behind his back here. So
right.
That comes out. So I don't know. I thought this was a cute, cool, fun version of it. It's like Baby Nurse.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I'm sorry, Baby Wild. Yeah,
I love that.
Love it.
It looks way better than the actual creature. Yeah.
Yes, it's like if they mated with an Ewok or something. Okay, the next one is awesome. You know this toy.
Okay.
I think put like this. I think you'll like this toy so much that, and I think you know of it, that if it was on your top 10 list, it wouldn't surprise me. It would surprise me. I don't know if it is. So I just came in today from our favorite toy company of the year of moving forward, Enka Vinyl. I got the Space Godzilla came in.
Oh no!
Look at him.
Jay, find me one of those on the.
He's so handsome. Oh, look at him.
That's toy of the year, dude.
Oh, it's so good.
That is toy of the year.
I
just ordered the King Ghidorah.
Nice. Excellent.
So
yeah.
I missed out on a couple. We're gonna have to find this guy on the secondary market. But I did order the King Ghidorah, so
they're already all over the place. To be honest with you,
I figured.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. That's such a beautiful toy.
Good. Oh
it's
my god,
the best Space Godzilla Sofubi the other. It's so good.
I mean, we've been so spoiled, since we talked about there's not a lot of Space Godzilla. I'm talking like 4 or 5 years ago, right? When we first started this. Talking about how, we don't love the movie. The design is one of our favorites. Not a lot of toys.
Yeah.
And since then, we've got all the stuff that Mondo's done.
Yeah.
We have on Raku and Saku.
Yep.
We got even Super 7. We had on Raku and Saku do theirs. Mm-hmm. We've had, of course, Neo Player One, but none of us are going to be spending like 11 grand on that Space Godzilla. But it's
do you have the Enraku? You have the Enraku Space Godzilla?
I do. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Yes. It's great.
Yeah.
And so, I just feel like we have we could die tomorrow and be like, hey, we lived a life where there were a lot of really cool Sofubi or a lot of cool toys of Space Godzilla out there.
Well, I'm going to put this out there, Jay. I think 2026, even though this was kind of a year of Space Godzilla, 2026 is going to be the same, but it's going to be for Biollante because I think Biollante is also underutilized in Sofubi form.
Of course,
and Inca's got that Biollante coming, and I think other companies are going to follow.
I agree. I've always wondered that. I wonder if it's just size that nobody wants to make a small Biollante, right? And it just. She takes up a lot of space in full beast form, takes up a lot of space. Yeah. And I get in flower beast form, I could see a lot of collectors not wanting just a giant rose, right? Sure. Not I do. It's great, it's wonderful, too, yeah. but you know what I mean? I could see Godzilla's and then the flower, Yeah. So I'm curious. I love what Inca's doing to the design and making it their own, which is great. And I hope we get more of that because you're right. She's becoming what we talked about Space Godzilla 4 years ago. We got 2. Come on. Yeah, and Marasan, there might be a Marasan mention of a Biollante mention in our news today, but there needs to be more.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So
is that all your pickups?
Those are my pickups, man.
Okay. Well, I just got one thing and I want to show it off. Speaking of Mondo, I got this in the mail. This was a Christmas present from the great Attack Peter.
The great
sent this along, and I love it.
Pedro.
He sent me his. I believe this is the Kickstarter colorway.
Yeah, it is,
which I love. I do own the pink and purple one. The Vice City or whatever.
Yeah,
and it's great. This one's even better.
Yeah,
I love this Takuro, Peter's very own. And it's kind of like a celebratory figure. He's got the rights to Takuro back. And
I'm so excited. I mean, I was early on that Kickstarter, even before I met Peter, because the book, and I'm hoping that the world of, we were talking before the show about toy lines that have worlds built around them, ones that aren't based on movies or anything, building the world around the toys and everything about that. That's what takes it to the next level. And his book showing the pieces that he did during the Kickstarter, I was sold. I was I wanted the book, and then the toy piece came out. I was like, oh my god, yeah! So love that.
It's awesome. This is a great toy. I love this, Peter. You're awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, Takuro's awesome.
Yeah. So that's my one pickup, man. I got some. It's slow. It's Christmas time. It's slow for me. I've still been buying shit. It's just not here yet.
That's the thing. It's pickups are such a lagging indicator of how much we're spending because very rarely. I mean, it's hard to go to a toy show outside of G-Fest, D-Con, Kaiju Go. If you go to Kaiju Brooklyn and all of those, that you go and you actually pick up some of this stuff. It's always order and wait for it. If it's a pre-order and wait for it to get produced and then shipped and everything. So it's always well, dude, I got so much out there.
It's also, I collect too many things. So it's I got some good toys this week. They're just not all Sofubi or Kaiju related.
Yeah.
So we leave those for another show. Jace, you got some news then, huh?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm having too much fun playing with Jamila and Alien Wild. Like
toys,
Ultraman's better. Ultra 7's better. It's great. It's amazing. Okay. Do we have news? That is the question. We need.
It's the Monster Island news for you. It's everything about kaiju. From that Monster Island crew, there are others that do it and they're okay to choose. But there's only one super trusted, amazingly handsome Monster Island crew. Can you believe they're doing that to the Monsterverse? You missed another on-Raku lottery, that's the worst. You didn't hear about all those exclusives, no, you're not cursed. You just need another source for news and you'll find out first. Oh yeah, the Monster Island news for you. It's everything about kaiju from that Monster Island crew.
All right. So on the news front, Jake, just like we did last year, because most of this chat is about the wish list and talking about toys, I kept it to like the top 4 items.
Perfect.
But to be honest with you, at least in the toy news world, there wasn't much more. It's been a little bit slower, especially the stuff that we talk about. Now I know there was
a Christmas break,
100%. Even the great Sofubi designers and manufacturers in the world need to take a little bit of a break, but
they're giving us a break. Yeah,
they're giving us a break. Though, I guess there's one piece of news I don't have on here, obviously, with the, I'm going to be sharing with me the Writers Guild spoiling a little bit of a Supernova. We don't have to talk about that, but that was kind of probably the most dominant news.
Yeah, for
in
sure.
the broad Kaiju Godzilla landscape.
Yeah, it's out there. I don't know. I don't know if we should even say it. We'll just move past it. And all right, I'm just gonna let you go because I'm seeing weird stuff.
No worries. No, it's good. This is actually. I think this is a good quartet of things Jake might like. And there are 2 things that I know you love. One that's absolutely bizarre, and one that is bizarre, but maybe a new Tokusatsu show that you need to explore that I love as well. So we'll start. We're Bailanté, Flower Beast, Marasan, 450 series. We've seen these. They're great. They're wonderful. But this is a new Godzilla store exclusive that they are releasing right now. It's the Ashinoko, for like the lake Ashi up there where from the plant rises from. The glow-in-the-dark version. This thing ships in June. Go to the Godzilla store. Buy this. It's awesome. Let's get more Bailanté in the world from a toy standpoint. So, yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that because this was the first time, I think, in a while since maybe the lottery for one of the Flower Beasts that they had about a few months back. That's
beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm literally like on the website on my second window here.
I know, right? The next one, speaking of it's back and things, this is something you have. You have the really amazing X Plus Shin Godzilla second form. It's great. It's disgusting and gross and everything about it. It's great having X Plus bring that thing to life. They are re-releasing this for the 10th anniversary. And the cool part is that you can actually get this on X Plus North America. So this will be one that you can have shipped domestically. I don't know exactly when it's shipping out, but 2026, obviously the 10-year anniversary, go buy this. This is great that they're going to be re-releasing this to, they usually do a couple small changes on the paint job and things like that to make it a little bit different. But I'm just glad that this thing is getting some love in its anniversary year next year.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite figures. My first X Plus I ever bought. I think this might have been on an early top 10 list or something.
Yeah,
I remember when I was like hard looking for it. And we had to get it like on the secondary market, but I love it. It's beautiful. It's such a nice sculpt. It's awesome. I'm glad it's back.
And I think they're doing both the standard and the Rick variant like they did before with like, what is it, like the clear, maybe it's like clear spines or translucent, something like I forgot what it was. Yeah. The next 2 are real fun. So, we've seen, I think was Shima X did the tricycle with Muku, which is the little primitive monster koala looking dude from the show Fireman, which is one of my favorite Tokusatsu shows. I think you'll like it. There's a lot of, ignore Muku right now, a lot of dinosaurian type kaiju and monsters. Very cool.
Mhm.
A really good show. And they're releasing this saucer set. I think the lottery starts on Christmas Eve, and you get a large size, a mini, and the flying saucer. So cool. Like, it looks
awesome.
great. You don't have to be a fireman. You don't have to be a fireman. You don't have to be a fireman fan.
Yeah, you can just like koalas.
Yeah.
Because that's what it looks like.
Yeah. But very cool stuff.
Love it. Hey, real quick, before we even talk about whatever the fucking weird other thing is.
I'm really excited to talk about this.
All 4 of these toys
Mhm.
are like this is the kind of stuff I collect. Like ugly and gross, violante, cute, silly and stupid. Like this is what I collect.
And I also, this next one, weird and stupid and silly and goofy, yes. But I also am a sucker for a toy that had like its creation like means something, and it's like it's a references something obscure that like would never have been brought back to life had it not been for the toy. So remember last show we talked about the new Kawasaki film coming out.
Yep.
You can go with that. It's got like the 30 monsters.
Yeah.
Well, one of them is going to be brought back for it. Is this creature called Terrain Incognita. And like I said, I'm just learning about this as I was putting this image on here. So I don't have any working knowledge of this. So I'm just going by how I've read. I did like 2 seconds of like research. So this kaiju appeared on this like filmed 70s kids stage show, comedy show called Chiboko Special, right? Mm. And there's not a lot of images of this show. I'm thinking it's like, to me, it read as like the equivalent of like, you know, the Bozo the Clown show or something it was like local TV. You know, it's like this is not stuff that they're keeping records of. And, you know, there's a huge film vault of this. But this kaiju monster, and there's a couple still shots of it out there. We're like, this monster is part of that show. And so not only is Kawasaki bringing it back and redesigning, giving it an updated modern look for the movie, but the talented Sofubi designer maker Zolman and Medicom are partnering to release this toy that is 14 inches tall.
Oh my God.
Of this crazy monster. So I'm all in, and I would love to learn more. I wonder if people like that watch the show can leave comments on, you know, maybe they were a kid growing up in the 70s in Japan and watched Chiboko Special. But I saw a couple of the black and white images of Terrain Incognita. I'm like, sold. This guy's awesome.
Crazy name. This is a part of kaiju history.
Yeah, 100%.
This is awesome. Yeah, I love it.
So those are, I think, the 4 coolest news items.
Yeah.
From a toy standpoint.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah. So you ready to do a little holiday wish list? I should have like a music video for that or something.
Oh, yeah.
But we don't. So everybody just close your eyes and think of one in your head and just make nice holiday music, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, it's all good.
Let me see here. There we go. Hey. Wish list number 5. And that actually, I don't know when I turn to PDF, it changes my fonts here, but that's supposed to say a tradition, but not a White Chest on Monster Island, I promise. Okay. So let's recap last year. Okay, Jake. I had a good year.
Wow. Yeah. You had a crazy good year.
So
holy shit. You got all but one?
Yeah, I had the Calra, the Bare Model Calra. I had the fake Spectre-Mans 1, 2, 4, and 6. I think I had one of them. I can't remember which one. So I had the 4 of like the original, I had 5 of the next ones, whatever, to complete. More on him later. The Marmot Gahara, the Magic Serpent set from Sika Luna. I was then unable to obtain the Amakuma Griffin. I got the Medicom Space Iron Man Kyodine, the Butana Hana Griffin, my Unbox Inframan, my last Marmot Godzilla Tower, and of course my big buy for the year was my Neo Player 1 95 Godzilla.
These are heavy hitters. But
look at it, and I really like. I'm okay defining my collection as these. These really do represent a lot of the things that I like. Yeah. Like obscure weird monsters. I love the fake Spectre-Man because of the bootleg, like modernizing these Pachi interpretations of Spectre-Man are hilarious. You know, Inframan we all love. Finishing the Marmot. So it's great. Now, here's the crazy thing. So the Amakuma Griffin, I have literally searched for. I probably have searched once a week for the whole year.
Wow.
And nobody has it. About 2 weeks ago, I found a site in Vietnam because Amakuma is based in China. So like it can bounce around there in Southeast Asia. I found an art toy site in Vietnam called, like, I think it's Junkie Station or something like that. They don't ship to the U.S. Excuse me, they don't sell to the U.S. And I was trying to find some like Vietnamese proxy service, but I said they do ship to Japan. So I reached out to people and that lived in Japan to see if they'll buy it for me, and I'll pay them for their troubles. And their connection and their site won't let them sell to Japan, even though it's in the drop-down menu. So I reach out to them and I ask them, and eventually I start talking to the owner of the site, and he's sending me one. So it'll be in 2026. So I will get the Amakuma Griffin, hopefully, unless he scammed me. I mean, I was having trouble with some of the Vietnamese proxy buyers. They're not as like well known as the Japan for
Sure.
It's obvious. But I even went to like literally going on like finding people on like Fiverr and stuff that were like, we will pay us and we will take a chance on us and we will ship your product. But luckily he got back to me, and we'll see. Hopefully sometime in January, awesome, I'll have it.
Dude, getting all 10 of your top 10 is insane.
Yeah, this was a crazy year. And like I said, the year prior, Jake, I got 3. And the year prior to that, I'm pretty sure I got 2. So law of averages still probably where it needs to be. But this year was like a very heavy focus. And of course, I probably got a lot less, not counting G-Fest and Kaiju Go and those, but like during those in-between things, I probably got less toys this year than last year. Just was really zeroed in, especially the first part of the year on these 10. So there is that. I'll let you talk about yours because yours is up next. Let's talk about this. Also, an amazing year.
Yeah, pretty good. And I even it's not on this list, but I got stuff this year from past years as well. So I was able to do pretty good. And I think like I said, number 2 here, we knocked out literally the night of. Some of these, like, I mean, the humanoid Sofubi, I got multiple. Frankie Stereo, I got multiple. Ultraman Kids, I've bought so much of it this year. So like, I've really knocked all this out, and pretty good. And like what's weird is like some of the other things here, I still want some 450. Maybe this Biollante is the first one I buy. Yeah. My number 9, which the jumbo, that is something, usually if I put something on, sometimes I put stuff on a top 10 list and then I'm like, whatever. I didn't get it. I don't even really care. I still think about this jumbo Godzilla, and it's not even, there's like 2 or 3 that I really like. And, you had a couple at Designer Con that I was like, I kind of had I was like, that is one that I will have to like, I'm going to have to button down and get it one of these days. But yeah, dude, I think I did pretty good. Some good stuff. I had fun with all these. These are all cool.
Well, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the one that totally shocked me. I did not remember you putting Godzilla and Ava on there.
Well, I remember because I just think some of those toys look so cool. They're, X Plus has done a couple, and they've done some newer ones recently, but I haven't liked the newer ones as much. I really liked the first couple of releases they did. And I remember, they had all there's like 3 different Mecha Godzillas where they're colored, the colors of the Ava stuff. And I'm not a big Ava guy. I've seen it, I've watched it, and I liked it, but I couldn't like give you too much trivia on it or anything like that. I just think those toys look so good.
They do.
And I would still like, those are toys I'd still like to get, but it's kind of, I'm at the point now where I'm not really sitting around. There's so many good toys out there that I'm not like, I better take this $300 and buy an Evangelion toy. You know what I mean? So
before I spend it on crap,
I still would like to get them, but it's moved. There's a lot of other stuff in front of it.
Well, and that's the thing about I like with these. It's not static, because the sense of like, the day that we talk about this list and put it out there in the ether, we start discovering new toys. and things can get bumped off, and our, I think you'll see like our wants and desires and what we like changes. So, but anyway, amazing. But last year I had to cry in the fetal position as the big screen said, Jake wins, you're a loser, Jay. So this year I get the revenge.
Look at that picture. That is the funny. You need to use that. You need to put that on a shirt.
Yes.
That is the funniest thing I've
Yes.
That's so funny.
Dr.
Good job, dude.
Dr. Jerry.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
I know. Yeah. Thank you. But anyway, that was last year. Last year, it's hey, what have you done for me lately? Last year doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Let's start this year. Do you want me to go first?
Sure.
Awesome. I did this like yesterday, and I already forgot what my number 10 was because I moved things around.
I was working on mine an hour ago.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, number 10. Number 10 for me, stealing a page out of your book here, doing a little bit broader of a selection because I kind of want them all. Number 10 from Takatoku, I want some vintage Takatoku Akumizer 3 toys. I'm talking the amazing Chugokin die-cast toys, all of them. I'm talking about the Zabuton on the tricycle. I'm talking about their Sofubi. I'm talking about their Sofubi minis. I'm talking about everything, keychains, you name it. Takatoku, 70s, Akumizer 3 toys. I am going to be all in 2026.
Hey, I love these. I didn't know anything about Akumizer until just a couple months ago because of you. And now I feel like I see it everywhere. And
now you know what it is. Yeah.
I sent you, there's an eBay store that I follow, and they have like thousands of toys. And I was just looking through and I was like, "Whoa, hold up." I was like, there's lots of Akumizer toys. You know? And I was like,
tons.
Look at all this stuff. So I'm excited for you to buy these.
Yes. I mean, the 10 toys have these little boxes and like, oh man, it's so, diecast. It's so cool. And I love it though. What's that?
You know what they should have made?
What's that?
They should make an actual water bottle, that looks like the guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like an actual, like a hot water bottle or something.
Their idea, $1 million idea right there. They probably, it's Japan in the 70s. They probably have like 7 varieties of it. No, I love it when you have a show. When you mentioned like, now, I see lots of the toys now. When you have no idea what it is, and then you like watch the show or know a little bit more about it, and then like it's like these things that these like faceless, nameless gap fillers on shelves are now like, oh my god, I know who that is.
Yeah,
when I first discovered like Spectre Man or Line Maru, and it's like Oh yeah, that's him. That's her.
This?
That's it. Yeah, 100%. No, so Akumizer 3, Takatoku, going down that rabbit hole with Glee in 2026. So I believe I'll remove my slide.
Love
and what do you have, Mr. Walter?
Well,
number 10.
First of all, I just have to remember how to share my screen because I only do it like
once a year.
And I can't ever remember how to do this. Give me a second here, or give me tell me what to press.
There is the little TV looking thing with the plus sign.
Okay, there it is. Share screen.
There you go.
I see it. Let's allow. Sorry, should have done all this. So this is something. So like my collecting has become a little more. I want stuff like around that shows more of like just more of things that aren't always toys. I just want to fill up every space. I want displays. I want whatever. And this is something I saw in Japan, and I've just been thinking about ever since. I don't know if you saw this when you were in Japan.
I did not.
This was in Nakano Broadway, and I've seen it pop up a couple times since then. Like I've just seen it around. and it is the Ultra Battle Zone. And I wonder why there aren't more of these. Like, this is a big playset, and it comes with buildings and it comes with figures. And I think that's me and you on the box. And I just want more of this kind of stuff. It's a big box.
Looks awesome.
Yeah, it's very cool. I've seen it pop up for sale here and there, but it's always like, there's one on eBay right now, but the box kind of looks bad, and it's like I want one with a good box.
That artwork.
I want the box more than anything, honestly.
Yeah.
So, but I'm like, imagine if you had some kind of shelf.
Mm-hmm.
It would have to be a deep, big shelf, but imagine you had a shelf big enough to lay this out, and then you display your Sofubi on it. You know what I mean? It's just like there should be more of that kind of thing.
100%.
And I've been thinking about this. Yeah, I've been thinking about this since Japan, so I tossed it on here, number 10.
Wow, no, that totally caught me off guard. That's awesome. And I'm a sucker for the little gas container buildings,
Mm-hmm.
the balls that look like a globe.
Yeah,
those things are awesome. I have one small one I got, but that's cool. Oh man, you got to get that because I'm actually now curious how you would display it.
I'm not sure, but I figured
stuff. I'm just curious how that thing. But that is awesome. Yeah, why don't they do more of these?
I don't know, man. I saw a couple, like when I was looking up the pictures of this. I did see there's a few others, like there's been a couple Godzilla, but they're all like much smaller and more if you look at the kid holding the Ultraman, it's like that's a 6-inch figure he's holding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's not tiny. Like those are not. That's not a bad size. So
does this make sounds?
So who knows?
That's the best part.
I haven't tried to translate what the box says. I've seen just some other pictures of it, and it has like multiple buildings and stuff. You can kind of see the side of the box at the bottom of the picture. I'm not really sure if it makes sounds or not. It looks like it might.
Yeah, I don't know if like the yellow thing like in the corner is like a place for batteries and a speaker or what they do, but like it looks awesome. Oh, we gotta dig into this one.
Yeah.
That's so cool, dude. Very cool. See, that's one of those that like when we look at this next year, I'll be like, unless you have it, I've come to your house and we've played with it and stuff like that. Other than that, like I'll be like, oh, you had the Ultra Battle Zone on there.
Yeah.
So my number 9 is something that we talk about a lot. This is a continuation of a collection, but I feel like there's a few pieces that I'm missing that I really, really want to make it. It's one you'll never have all of them, but it's because there's so many customs and one-offs and stuff. But there's a few pieces that I really want to get, and that is I want to get more of Captain Max series and finish it off. So the two pieces that, if you ask me, like, what are some of the pieces that you're forgetting or that you're missing? I need, because I've been picky. I love Alien Argus, and I don't have one. So I want to make sure I get one that, like, whether it's a custom painted by Mark or Max or somebody else, and then I want the vintage first release Izon. I have a ton of Izons, but I don't have the first release.
The vintage release of the Izon is my favorite. It's so good. And
I have the original, obviously, a ton of the original Captain Max and some of the other Kaiju, but that's the one that I'm missing. And I honestly, like, it just has happened that some of the ones that I have are paint jobs that I love, and whether they were on the second wave of second sculpt or the first sculpt didn't matter. But now actually I want that original sculpt because I do think it is just so awesome. And I have 30 or 40 Captain Max series toys, and I don't have the original, the OG Izon, who is arguably the most famous of the lot. So we got to fix that.
You got to get it.
Alien Argus, but there's Lady Max and all of these other ones, and even some that original Kaiju that Mark did releases or painted on. Like I think of Dream Rocket. One of their first original Kaiju was a big bug alien named Gumos, and Mark did a co-packing with it where he'd put like the Captain Max in there with it, and you could buy them as a set. Something like that would be cool to add to the collection. And I think there's a lot of really neat stuff. And this line is endless. I mean, hell, there's Giant Izon, there's Aztec Izon, there's Neo Izon, Shin Izon.
Yeah.
There's like 50 different variations of Izon. So I don't know. This is what I really want to focus on this year to fill in some of those gaps on the collection and grow it even more, because it's one of my favorite.
You'll get these for sure.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite sections of my toy room. Is like the top shelf of this. You guys can't see it on here. It's all Captain Max stuff, and it just looks great. It makes me happy. We love the Nagatas and a lot of the stuff that I have, because Mark is so, kind and open and accessible to share his creations and how to do collaborations with. It's cool because I love all of that, but it's like I'll have some painted by Max and some painted by Jenny Cherry and all this Mecha Virus, and that's also cool to be able to kind of have these people that we've met in person and they do amazing work to be tied to some of Mark's stuff and these characters that I love. So it'll be number 10 on the list. Max Boy,
dude.
Captain Max.
Number 9. Good stuff.
Number 9. Sorry, Mark. Number 9 on the list. So on to you, my friend.
Cool. Good stuff. So this next one is one, like I was saying earlier, like I think this is pretty obtainable. This is something I probably will get this year. I will grab one of these. Now, which one? I'm not sure. I have had, I've had Kappa on the list before, but this is specifically the Resina Gems Kappa. This guy is awesome. He looks so good.
Does that one have a surfboard?
Yep, there's a surfboard. There's a surfboard one. I don't know what the deal. I really love the bottom left dude who just kind of looks like the regular. And then I really love the top right.
The vintage style.
The vintage style looking guy. Like he's awesome. So these are just really cool. Cool. I've been buying a lot of Kappa, and this is just right now, this I think is one of the best Kappas out there. It's been on my radar lately. So
there are a lot of Kappas, man.
Yeah.
And this has to be at the top. Holy buckets. And obviously they do great stuff. I think it's got the Canna Burger, and it was so good. So well done.
Yeah.
They I like all of these. I think the vintage one is my favorite.
The vintage one is my favorite too, but I think they only had like 2 of them, and it was so it was the same festival recently where he had the Canna Burger for sale.
Okay.
So remember when the Canna Burger went up on sale?
Yeah.
Whatever Kappas were left went up too, and I was like, well, there's no way that vintage one's gonna not be sold, and it was sold at the show, but that's my, because it legit looks like an old toy.
Oh, I literally put it between like a Bullmark Anguirus and Bullmark King Ghidorah with that orange and green, and be like, this is made with them, like same production line.
Yeah.
I love the worn out, like been played with for 50 years look. Oh man, all of them are good. The one on the bottom is cool with the teal and the lime green.
Yeah,
that's really cool too.
Yeah, it's a good toy. And then like there's 2 different ones. If you look, a couple of them are like kind of smiling, and the mouth is kind of frowning and some. So there's like 2 variants, but
I like the frowning one better, I think.
Yeah, I think I do too.
Very cool, dude. That's awesome.
Good toy.
That's one I hope, and that's the cool thing about that is, who knows how many new variations will come out by the time this next year rolls around. You could have some that aren't even on there. I might have 3 of those by next year, because sometimes that happens. I love that. So the next one, I'm going back to the old way of how I used to do it, and I'm going very specific. Not only maker and monster, but even colorway, because this colorway, if I'm going to spend the money, these things are not cheap. Like if I'm going to spend the money, I want this color because it just speaks to me. This was actually on my honorable mention last year, and I wasn't able to acquire it this year. They've had popped up in the other colorway as well, but I just wasn't in the place to spend it on that at the time. And that is from Butana Hana from Ultraman Ace. Where is he? There he is, the Sphinx. I love the sculpts from Butana Hana. I still, like I said, Chad, our good buddy Chaz, could steal all the money from all my bank accounts, and I'll still be in debt to him for telling me and teaching me about Butana Hana. So, so cool. And I absolutely love this sculpt, and I love this green colorway. It just fits with that vintage / Pachi style of Butana Hana that only they can do in this amazing manner. Love this toy. Wacky monster, as many are from Ace. So, this is not much more than that. It's just this kind of lime green, electric green with the dark spray. Butana Hana Sphinx.
It's just an awesome toy. Like it's so good. I wouldn't even know. Like this is perfect. This is like a perfect toy. Yeah,
and I know Vicious Fun had one like early in the year, and I just wasn't able to jump on it. But it's a cool monster, and So anyway, so Butana Hana. I had one on there last year, and I was able to get it. So hopefully, I have that same good luck this year.
Heck yeah, dude, you'll get it. My next one is another thing that kind of was pushed forward by our trip to Japan. This is something that like maybe I've always thought was cool, but it was just never on my top 10 list.
Yeah.
But then we went to Japan and we spent like one of my favorite days literally of my life together in Sukagawa, like it's Subaraya's like hometown, like and it was just, that was such a beautiful experience.
Yeah,
and it it impacted me so much that it's sad that I don't have any of these toys, and I don't really care which one. I don't know how hard these are to get. I don't know how available any of the Subaraya figures are, but I now want one. It's like, I feel like I need it. And it's like, it's just an important piece. And I just feel like it needs to be in there somewhere.
Yeah. These are very attainable. They're out there. I mean, they're not common, right?
Sure.
Because people not because they didn't make it, because people don't get rid of them because they love them. But, they're out there. You can get them. In fact, I got the one on the right, the M1 on the
one with the signature.
Yeah, that I got mine from actually the late great Ed Miller at Rip City Kaiju.
Wow.
Actually, the last thing that I got from him. So they're out there. You can get them. They're great. I love them all, but I agree. Like, it would be a nice like window back in time to when you were there, and I feel the same. Like I think about that day more than any other day in Japan for sure, and maybe one of them in like any of my travels. Like I love it so much. It was an amazing day.
Well, can you imagine? So, like, if I got the Ultra Battle Zone, can you imagine putting that out and then putting him like he's directing a scene?
That'd be amazing
with a couple Ultraman.
That'd be amazing.
I gotta
get it. You have to get it now.
I do.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot. I actually thought you had that one, but
no.
That's one we can get. That's great. So. The next thing I have on here is also in the series, and I do have one or two pieces from it, including the most important piece, the Dr. Gory. But it's about time, because I'm like the only kid in town that has not started going back and actually focusing on and getting Masadaya Spectre Man series. Like I said, I have the Dr. Gory. It to me is the most important, but like I gotta get the Spectre Man and the Ra, or the Karis, the Dust Man, the Nezubirdon, and all of them. You know, there was a handful, 12, I think, maybe or so, maybe more. Thunder Gay and all the other good ones. I just haven't, and it's one of those where it's like, you can get them. They're not going down in price.
I was going to say, are these hard to find? Are they super expensive? What's the deal?
They're in good, in decent condition. Like I want them to be lived in a little bit.
Yeah.
For sure. But no, they're not impossible to find. They're not cheap though.
Did Pristine Art have that Dustman?
He did. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. I think he might have the Nezubirdon as well.
Okay.
The one with the rat, the two-headed rat bird. They have a Gokinosaurus. They have Bakula. They have a lot of them. But anyway, like these are ones that you can get. You know, they're a few $100 a pop, so they're not cheap, but they're not like I have to like not buy anything for the next 2 years to get them.
Right,
and
right.
I with any vintage thing, it's like how much are you willing to have it lived in versus like you wanted to get it as clean and minty as possible.
Sure.
And I like it having a little bit of paint wear and kids' names on the bottom. I prefer not to have like missing pieces, like, horns ripped off and such, but So I this is not one it's just sitting down and focusing on it because they are expensive, and you want to make sure that you don't overpay because they're out there. They're definitely out there, and I don't know, but I love them all. They're great. I mean, I think Chaz taunts me all the time because he's like, I have the Spectre Man and the Karas, and he probably has like 6 other ones. I'm like, I hate you.
Well,
man.
I love the Karas. Like,
yes.
I like the way his arms and legs are really thick. Like
he looks like an LJN wrestling figure.
I really like him too. In the what you said, Birdon, whatever.
Nezu Birdon, yeah.
Nezu Birdon is insane looking. Yeah. Those are both great.
Oh, it's a great monster too. Like with the you can obviously it's very obvious, the guy's hands doing up here. Hands, Oh yeah, it's amazing. It's a very powerful monster. Nezu Birdon does not mess around. But Masadai, I mean, I have a lot of Masadai stuff between, because they had the Spectre Man's license. I mean, I have like a whole shelf of that. But I just need to sit down and focus. It's like, Jay, focus. Yeah. Like, come on.
It's hard. It's hard.
There's
too many toys. Yeah.
But I can't take it anymore. I've been teased and ridiculed. And somebody was like, "You don't even like Spectre Man."
Yeah, I've heard people saying that about.
Those are the rumblings, and you know what? Yeah. I don't have a defense for that because I'm like, I have like 2 Masadaya from that series. So anyway, so that will be fixed in 2026. Hey, that rhymes. Okay. We're marketing that. Okay, I'm done with my number 7.
Well, Jay, my number 7 is kind of similar. I feel bad that I don't have this yet, and I'm not kidding. I sometimes am embarrassed with myself for this. Has been on my list before. I didn't repeat anything. This was not on my list last year.
Okay,
but I brought it back because this is something that I legit need, and I have to stop. I gotta stop messing around, and it's getting to the point where I've been talking about wanting this for so long that I have to get it or I might not be a real fan. And
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yes,
I do.
I had to bring back the Toy Graph Mechagodzilla because every time I see it and every time I see somebody post one, I'm just like, why don't I fucking own one of these? And I want all of them. I'm going to be honest. Like, I want them all. I want at least a set.
Yeah.
But I want at least one. You know what I mean? It's like, I know it's hard to find. And I know sometimes when we see them, they're super expensive.
Yeah.
But something has gotta, I just have to get one of these.
Yeah.
I gotta try to do it this year. I gotta figure it out. I gotta put it on a PayPal paying for or payment plan or something. We got to figure it out. I got to get one.
Now remind me. I know your least favorite was the black one.
Which
is your number 1?
So, I mean, my number 1, the best. So, see the Mechagodzilla that's right by the orange one on the bottom?
Yeah.
That's the best one.
The darker green.
The darker green. Yeah. I don't love the black. And I don't like the orange.
Yeah.
The other ones are great. I'm good with all of the other ones. And I'm even at the point where like, if a black one comes up or an orange one comes up and the prices aren't crazy, then fuck it. Like, just get it because then if I find another one I want later, I'll either just keep them both or I'll sell the orange one or something. I don't think the orange and the black look great, but the rest are all, I'm good with all the rest. You know what I mean? Like, they're all, to me, they're all fine. So
I like the orange one.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. There's just something, and I mean, maybe if I saw it in person, maybe I would love it. Like, I'm fine with the top part. It's just the orange looks strange to me.
It's very strange.
But I'm like, the reason I don't love the black is because you just can't see any of the detail. It's just blacked out. But I mean, I thought I didn't love the one you had until I saw it, and then I'm like, oh, this is great, So, and then especially like these older Sofubi, they feel different, and it just I remember when I held yours, I was like, oh,
Toy Graph was a different level.
This just feels, better. So I just gotta I gotta figure it out. I gotta get my life together, and I gotta get one of these toys.
On the 25% one, the top. I like the third one from the well, I guess the one next to the
blue
and the orange. Yeah, with I love that it has like the pink foot and then like the pink hip on the opposite side. I love that. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
So good.
Great. It's a good toy.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. That'll be a focus for us, is like making sure that happens.
Yeah.
So the next one I'm going to do, Jake, has a little bit of a story. Okay. So, and actually, it's a very small story. It's not a great story. It's just a story. So every year, getting ready for G Fest for like the 2 of the last 3 years, I've had like it just randomly. I have none of my giant shipments from Japan for Tokyo Toy Town have ever been lost, except for always there's just one of a giant container, one box that goes missing. And this year it didn't happen. I was so happy, and everything was rocking and rolling. And then my order from Wonderfest, which would have been there for Kaiju Go and Decon, but by the time for Kaiju Go, one of the orders in the big shipping container, or one of the boxes, went missing. The other 5 or 6 arrived, but one went missing, and these were in there, and I can't find it. And I know one of our great listeners, David Partridge, has these, and every time I see him, I'm like, oh, because mine got lost, and I got the final notice, like, you get it like 6 months later or whatever, 3 months later, it's like yours is confirmed lost, and all the insurance, all the stuff, we were made whole, but I can't get these. And this is from the fun little animated Ultraman Kaiju step from Strange Gallery and 753 Toys, the King Joe and Jamila that they released. And yeah, so I love Kaiju Step. It makes me happy when I put those on YouTube and watch those. They're just silly and zany. And now, the best before, it's at Thailand. Is it Thailand? There's one of them. They do Kaiju Step toys as well that are awesome, and I ordered some of those, and they haven't arrived yet. They haven't. They're pre-order, but I did order those. But these are just next level weird and awesome. And 753 Toys, like I don't know if else they do anything but outside of this. And Strange Gallery helped produce these, and they're wonderful, and they're somewhere out there in the world.
They look like South Park versions of the characters.
Oh, especially Jamila, 100%.
Jamila literally looks like a South Park character. I love it.
And I also learned it. I was like, what does 753 mean? And I learned that it was like a very common rite of passage, coming of ages. The odd number 7, 5, and 3 for I think girls are 7, boys at 5, and both at 3. They're very important. It's like a little mini festival celebration that they do. So there's origins to the term, something like that.
Cool. That's very cool.
But yeah, I'm just like, I'm so bummed about these that I'm like, gosh, I just really want them. They're awesome. And I even reached out to some of my friends over in Japan, and they're like, hey, if you see these on the street, can you punch somebody in the face and steal them?
It's such a different, it's different than anything else we've ever had on top 10 lists, because this was taken away from me.
It's taken away from me.
This was on its way, and then it was
on its way.
I
paid for these.
That sucks, man.
And luckily, the person I bought it from was kind enough to hook me with something else, but it was very sad. So hopefully I'll be able to solve this one. If not, I'll be very happy with the Best Before branded Kaiju Step toys, and they have a Garamon in there as well, and some other cool ones.
Yeah.
But these are so good. I mean, that King Joe is just like, I don't know. It looks like it could be like 1980s deodorant holder or something. It's just great. But anyway, so there was my number 6. It comes with a little sad tale.
Well, they look cool, and I know you're going to be reunited.
I hope so. One day, like 10 years from now. Oh, we found your package. Like, what are these?
Jay, so my number 6 through 1, like now we're getting into like typical Jacob style stuff.
Okay.
So this first one, this number 6 here, kind of a weird one. I've been looking at them this year, keeping a watch out for these. And they're these really weird vintage Tomy Godzilla stamps.
What the hell?
Yeah. I just really love the art on these. I've seen these pop up. I've seen like 1 or 2 of them pop up here and there. They're kind of expensive for what they are. They're little, you know, they're
Yeah.
like 3 inches, and they're always around $100 a piece or more for a stamp. But they look really cool, and what I like is that Tomy, this art that they use for this Godzilla, it just looks awesome. And
Yeah.
and I mean, so I bought at G Fest this year the booth that was across from us.
Boschzilla, yeah.
Now I wanted to find some pictures to show some of these things. I could not even find pictures of this stuff. But Tomy had some other Godzilla stamps, and they're smaller, and they were like gotcha prizes.
Mhm.
There's like 15 different ones, and then there's like bags, like little, you know, bags with a drawstring, and a lot of them have some of the same kind of artwork on them. And I bought a bag and one of those stamps at G Fest, but these are the only 3 stamps in this kind of style with the double, you know, with another kaiju.
Yeah.
And then you can see the what the stamps actually have on the bottom and that on that bottom picture there. But yeah, I just really like these. They're really cool, and you know, I'm gonna pick them up when the time is right, whenever I can find like maybe a good deal on them, because when they pop up, sometimes they're like, oof, you know.
Yeah.
The condition might not be great, and it's like I'm gonna spend $300 or not $300, but $100 or $120 on a stamp this big. But it's on the list because I love the art, and I love the look of these.
You know what I would love for these to be? Like, I'd love them to take that same art and have these as like standees, like have like a 6 foot tall standee. Like,
yeah, that would be
like
cool.
these, because these are so cool. They'd be so cool, like a little die cut standee with Mothra and Godzilla with a fan.
Mm-hmm.
The fan or a badminton birdie, I don't know what that is, but
I think it's a fan.
Okay.
It's a fan, and there's other like, you know, there's Godzilla holding I've seen this Godzilla like holding a microphone, like
nice.
you know, but the same art. But yeah, that's a little fan with the Japanese
flag on it there.
Yeah, the
very
flag.
cool, dude.
But yeah,
so awesome. Wow, I kind of want these now. I'm gonna have to. That might go ahead of the Ultra Battle Zone.
Yeah,
what I'm stealing from you.
Yeah,
those are awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's great.
So my number 5 is not a retread from last year, but an expansion. So I was able to secure at the time what I thought the 6 fake Spectre-Mans from Awesome Toy. I forgot, I almost said fake something else, but fake Spectre-Man from Awesome Toy, and I was able to get the 5 that I was missing to make the full 6, on top of getting another number 1 that was painted by Mechavirus, which is my favorite. But I didn't know, because there's been various releases of 1 through 6. Some of them had multiple releases. I didn't know there actually was a 7 and an 8 release. Only one time they were released as a pair. I think I don't even want to say what date it was, but it was not that long ago, but long enough to be like, these aren't just floating around there anymore. And I've checked Toy Underground, and they don't have them popping up. They're very hard to find. I've not seen any ever on the secondhand market. So that's going to be the challenge. These are going to be hard to obtain.
Yeah.
And I hope I can find them. Hopefully somebody has them. And number 5, Awesome Toy, Fake Spectre-Man's number 7 and number 8.
Okay.
So I want to keep that going. I can't remember. So the red and silver one is modeled after a Japanese Pachi blow mold Spectre-Man that looked just discombobulated, and they turned that into that guy. I think it was all one color blow mold, silver gray, and they made him into, he had like crazy eyes, and so that's where you get that one. I can't remember what the origins on Spectre-Man, fake Spectre-Man number 8, like what he came from, if it was from a toy or a card or Menko card or something.
Well, he looks like Frankenstein. Green,
Totally.
like green with the big head, you know?
Totally. In fact, I got to look that up because that's going to bug me. But so like I said, I love these, and I've talked about them just because, like, I like that that Awesome Toy took, you know, Spectre-Man had so many Pachi variations across toys and Menko cards and comics, and not only Pachi in Japan, but also internationally, like bootlegged and non-licensed ones. Because like the Brazilian Spectre-Man comic was one that was the blue and the teal with like the very triangular head. That's based off of Brazil Spectre-Man. So I like that. That's kind of the origins and their designs on these. So because they have a little own backstory of their own, and so I really want to do that. And I'm trying to find I see him, but I'm trying to find what he was based off of because I know they have it on there, but it's just a cool toy, and I love Fake Spectre Man. So,
yeah.
Yeah, so that's it. That's my number 5. I hope I can find these two guys.
That's one I'm confident you'll get because I know you love those and you have a lot of those.
Yeah, it's just like I said, it's just so hard to find.
Jay, my number 5 is another thing I saw in Japan.
Nice.
And now this is something I know you saw this, and I would have dropped the yen on this. The only reason I did not buy it is because there is no way to get this home that would have made sense because it's not a toy. And I'm talking about this. There was an ad. It was
the first thing you sent me. What are we doing to Japan? I hadn't even left yet, and you were sending me this, and I'm like, if that is the start of Japan trip, this is gonna be like.
Well, hey. Yes. Well, hey, if you look if you look all the way to the right, you see that Busca in the bag there.
Yeah,
that's this. I bought that. You know, I bought the U.S. Toys Busca. But so this was an ad in one of the Mandarake stores.
Yeah,
good size.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just like if it was just a piece of paper or it had fold marks in it or something, I would have bought it. I would have dropped the money and bought it. This ad is beautiful. It's amazing. And what I really would like to do is buy this and then get the 2 Buscas that the little girl's holding and display those in front of. Now, I mean, it would be perfect. It would, in a perfect world, I would get all those Buscas that are like in the lineup.
Yeah.
But I don't know about that. But the 2 she's holding.
Mortgage your house.
it would just be awesome to get the 2 she's holding, get this ad, have the ad displayed, and then just have the ad displayed above my Busca shelf or something. I think about this ad all the time. It is so funny. It's so cute. I would have dropped it was I don't know what the conversion is, like $100 and something American, but I would have bought it if I could have thought I could have got it home.
Yeah, that is that's a must, dude. That is so cool. Old vintage Marasan one.
I don't know if there's any chance of ever getting that. You know what I mean? It's like it might be the kind of thing like we might not ever see this again. I don't know, but it's just so cool.
Ask Kamanaga-san, man. He probably has a huge history, a lot of the old historic Marasan stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes. I have to be careful what I say because I don't want to give away something later on.
Okay. All right.
So,
we'll get there.
We'll get there. Definitely would love to see you have that framed on the wall. Oh, hey, real quick, if I could take a little small tangent.
Sure.
I found. So I lied. The fake Spectre Man number 8 had another colorway that was all silver because I have to show you this, Jake. This is the Pachi toy that it was based off of, a Pachi Spectre Man wind-up toy. Look at that. That's what he was based off of.
God.
That's the original toy they based this one off of. That was
beautiful.
That was found. So
such a beautiful toy.
It's a bootleg wind-up Spectre Man toy made in the 70s.
Wow.
So no, I wanted to finish that one off. But
well, you need that too.
I know.
You need that to go in there.
That's the thing.
Can you get all of the toys that the fake toys are based on?
Yeah, and the Manco cards or the comics. Oh yeah, 100%. That might be in top 10 next year to complete that. That would be awesome. Hey, but speaking of completing collections and sets,
let's do it.
Number 4 also ties back to last year because my number 7 last year was that awesome Sika Luna Magic Serpent Dragon Showdown set with the frog and the dragon and the eagle.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Sika Luna had another colorway, like a darker colorway that came out with the little spider down there below the frog. So I want to get the dark color variant that comes with the little spider accessory so I can have all 4 kaiju, all 4 monsters from this show, from this film. And I love the colorway on the one that I have, but I think these are really cool, but a little bit of it, those are bright and fun. These are going to be darker and stuff. And
yeah, I love these.
I love it. Yeah, they're so cool. So I really, really want to get this one. I haven't found this one out there. And I don't need the box for this one. The box is huge, has beautiful artwork.
Yeah.
Like I have the same box. Actually, I don't know, they actually aren't the same box, but the original one has, or the one that I have has the beautiful artwork. I'm not going to get greedy. I'm good with that. If this doesn't come with a box, that's cool. I just want these toys because I need that little spider to finish it out and have all four. So my number 4 to get all 4 is our favorite giant frog monster that there ever was against this dragon, Cicluna Kubo, the Magic Serpent set. Got to get it.
Got to get it. It's awesome.
Yeah. So there.
That is a good one, Jay. So my number 4, this is something like I will get this year. I've been looking at it for about 6 months or so. I see them pop up, but the condition and the prices are always kind of here or there. But I know I'm going to own one of these. One of the weirdest things I've ever seen. And it is the Ultraman hanger. It's a clothes hanger.
Oh, yes.
It is an Ultraman clothes hanger. And I don't know why, but I have been thinking about this for 6 months. I learned of this about 6 months ago. And I look it up on eBay all the time. And I have an alert out for it. And they pop up. There's a couple on there right now. But the range, like, there's one up there, like there's $200 and more. Mm-hmm. Every now and then you see them for like 80 to 100. The bagged one is expensive, and it's funny to me that it came in a fucking with a header card. That's insane that it came with a header card. But I found these pictures of somebody hanging it in their closet.
It's the best.
And I was just like, dude, this has got to go in the toy room. I'll put a shirt on him or something. I just love this. And I will I will own this before next year. But it's just one of the things I've been talking about, or I haven't been talking about it out loud, but up in here I've been talking about this, and I gotta have it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking right now. Like, there's one here, $110 best offer, even on eBay. Yeah. No bag, but like.
Well, the thing is, the shipping on that one's $65, isn't it?
Oh, I haven't even looked at the shipping. Oh,
the shipping is $65. Yeah. So, like, it's like, do I want to pay $65 for shipping? There's one on eBay right now with that. It's bidding only, but the starting bid is like $89 and nobody's bid on it. So I'm like, I'm watching that one and I'm like, all right, there's a chance I might get this for $90.
I love it. Yeah.
But yeah,
I just some auction sites for that. I know we looked at some of them, and this was one that actually there was actually probably more availability of this on some of the American-based sites than
we couldn't find
the Japanese
any, right?
site. Yeah, 100%.
It's just a weird thing, and
it's a weird thing, but how amazing! And just to like I said, put a nice little sports coat on him, he'll look great.
I just want to dress him up.
Oh my god, that's a good one. Yeah, that's an attainable one.
I think so for sure.
Okay, so my next 3 are kind of my big 3. I told you last night when we were chatting, I was like my first 3, like I feel like these aren't changing, and these are aspirational, and they're ones that they're very expensive. They aren't impulse purchases. It has to be like at the right time. Very similar to the Godzilla Tower, the final one I was looking for, the blue one, or the Neo Player 195. Like, these are all important. Now, I hope to attain these. If it doesn't happen this year, like, I can't be upset about it, because these are just, like I said, expensive pieces, and 2 of them are very vintage. One of them is modern Sofubi vintage. So, but number 3, and while I was being a little bit coy earlier, I want to get a 1967 Marasan Busca. Yeah. I love, if you look at the one on the far left, looks a little bit different. That's the first sculpt.
Okay.
That came out, and they immediately changed it to the one that we know and love, and that's been kind of repurposed by modern Marasan, and even like M1 kind of looks more like that. I love the first one, but that's a very, very, if you can find it, that's a very expensive toy. And the other 3, obviously, or the other releases are also very expensive if you get one of the 67 like original releases. That's what I want to try to get, so I can have an original vintage Busca, because I have a lot of Busca, but I don't have anything that would be like legit vintage. So that is why like I need to get that, and then I need to, after you get it, I need to get one of those posters too.
Yeah.
I want to get one of these just to have it. And like I said, you can find them in various states of worn outness and played inness. So I'm okay with that as long as like it's okay to have. I mean, with Busca, I almost want it to have like a little kid's name on it to know that this thing was like actually out there and being loved and played with for 60 years. But yeah, so that's number 3 for me. Is I talk a big Busca game. I love Busca.
I talk a big boot,
but I don't have.
That's a T-shirt. I talk a big Busca game.
I got a big Busca game, but I don't have a original Marasan. So
yeah, hey,
that's the focus.
This is one of those kind of things that I would steal from your list and put on mine.
Yeah,
I love that. It's beautiful.
Steal away.
Very good. Let's see. I didn't pull up my. What are we at? 3?
Number 3.
Okay, so my number 3. This one depends on. This is one of those collections, and it's the kind of thing I already buy some of this stuff, but again, going to Japan has kind of kicked this into a different gear with me this year. I want to go heavy next year on vintage books. Man, I am all up in Japan Book Hunter's Instagram page and watching his videos, and I wish looking through the books and stuff is one of the things I wish I could have spent more time doing in Japan. I spent a lot of time doing it, but I didn't want to annoy the people I was with who didn't care about being in a bookstore where you can't read anything. The art on these is amazing. Dude, I had never even Jay, this is one of the things I'm going to have you look for me, because I never knew this existed, but you see the top right, the 2 Godzillas in the top right? Those are the original Godzilla manga. Oh. And look at the artwork on those.
Yeah.
Like, I got a bunch of the stuff I bought in Japan right here beside me, and I don't care that I have to like translate any of it to read it. Some of the artwork in here, in any of these books, you only see in these books. Like, if you look at any of these books I have on the screen, none of those are photos from the movies. It's all paintings. These are all actual artwork done sometimes just for these books. Yeah. And there's so much of this stuff out there. There's a ton of it, and there's weird stuff. And like, I have just been going down, like me and Jess just watch videos of like weird Japanese artwork, books. And that's what I want. It's like a big part of, I'm sitting in front of my like library right now. But I just want there to be more kaiju. I want all this crazy stuff.
Well, it has to have some sort of like inspirational thing to you as well as an artist. Like, you know what I mean? Like to have like this like really well done stuff on a subject matter that you love, and obviously spend so much time learning about and watching and ingesting, and like, I don't know, I think it's cool.
Well, it's like, Godzilla versus Gigan. I love it. I've been watching it since I remember the day my mom bought me the VHS at Kmart. You know what I mean? But like, you see this book down here with this artwork on it. It's like, I've never seen that art before. You know, it's like a way of seeing new like things from something. It's like, I would never see a lot of this artwork, and it's awesome. So that's great. Yeah, that's my number 3.
Oh, that's a good one. I mean, that's one of those, like, you're going to get some. It's just how many rooms
are you going to fill with it. It's going to happen, but like, that's just. Yeah, I almost didn't put that on the list because I was like, is this fair? I collect this shit already. I got a ton of it already. It's like an ongoing thing, but it's really heavily been on my brain the last couple of months, and I know it's what I'm gonna go deep in next year. So
very cool. So my number 2 actually goes back to maybe our original top 10 list or wish list.
Whoa.
And it hasn't been on there. And the only reason I dropped it off was I just got frustrated losing. At the time, there were more auctions like than I could probably bid on, but I was still trying to bid on them. I would lose them. Now it's really hard to find it. But I was able to secure a similar one, just different subject matter, but the same concept. And that held me over. But now I'm itching for this one and I had to put it all the way at number 2. And I got to find it. I got to get it. I just got to make sure I have, the amount of money to pay for it. And that is from Toygraph.
Oh, Jay, I almost put this on my list.
Oh, nice.
I almost put this on my list. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but the only reason I didn't is because I was like, this is so out of my price range and out of what I would ever. I was like, if I put this on my list, it is truly like a wish list item.
Yeah.
And I was like, this isn't something I know I'm actually going to be looking for because I probably can't afford it. I swear to God, I have pictures saved. I almost put this on my list.
It was on one of my original ones. So I think getting the Ultra Q one and getting it at a ridiculously reasonable price, like half of probably what the Ultra Q one went for at the time, and I loved that so much. And I was like, you know what? Hey, if this is the only Toygraph tower I get, and I love Ultra Q, that's great.
Yeah.
And so it held me off for a couple years, and now it's like, you know what? Like, it sure would look good on the other side with the Toho one, but. I here's what's crazy, and just prices going up. It's everybody. We're not going to complain about that. I mean, because it's like everybody's feeling it. But when I remember when I was going after this hard, probably 2022. I mean, I would lose out, and I would be like, "Oh, this thing's like $600 or $700." Now it's like 3 times that.
Now you would gladly pay.
And I'm like, yes, for shipping, I'll pay that. But I, it's one of those things like I said the same thing about the Neo Player 195. It was on my list for like 3 years, and maybe one day when the timing is right, and have a good G Fest at Tokyo Toy Town. See people, hey, all my money that I make at Tokyo Toy Town goes right back into collecting.
It goes right back in, yeah.
Maybe, but this one is a little bit harder because it's like you have to be ready to spend that when one becomes available.
Yeah, you can't wait. You
can't wait, and you just have to eat it. Like kind of like the blue marmot Godzilla tower. I was like, I could wait another year or two, and it might not pop up. And guess what? It's not going to be any cheaper.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't. The prices usually don't go down on these items, especially defunct companies like Toygraph. But It's a beautiful piece. It's an amazing piece. I definitely want to add it to the collection at some point, and hopefully, but. It's now that I got to start talking about this. I got to get it out there in the ether so people can hold me responsible and accountable.
Yeah, dude. Well, and I need you to get it so I can at least touch it in person and hold it because I know I'll never get it. That's why I ended up not putting it on my list because I was like, all right, it's not really realistic of me to put this on my list.
Anything you want on your list, man.
But that's a
hey, speaking of somebody that got like a complete mint Shogun Godzilla for like $15 or whatever. Like,
you never know. $15.
You never know, man.
My number 2, I will say I've already bought one thing off of my number 2. But I want to like dive in this year.
Okay.
And this is a collection, and it is a very Jacob centric thing. You know how I like weird merchandise.
Yeah.
I'm going heavy into Beatland this year. I bought one of these at Decon.
Yeah.
So very, very, very recently.
From
Kevin. And I want the whole collection of the Godzilla and the sunglasses. They have these weird little like Beatland's got so many weird stuff. This Balton is a blinker for your car. It hooks up to your car and there's a blinker. There's this really cool Ultraman light. The Popey looking Godzilla there is a lamp, which Kevin also had at Decon. He had it. I think it's a pretty expensive thing, but a lot of this stuff is like, it is kind of expensive, but you can find it and it's, somewhat affordable.
Yeah.
But this is one of those collections. It's very closely adjacent to like Godzilla Land and Lit Goji and Ultraman Kids.
Yeah.
And that stuff's all my favorite stuff. So this is just joining, that part of the collection room. So I want to get on it.
Yeah. The drink holder Godzilla is one of my favorites. Just him in his jacket. It's just like It's just amazing. No, Beatland stuff is so cool. There, I mean, you got the water pistol.
I did. I just got
Yeah.
the squirt gun. Yep. That's why I didn't put it on. I was like, well, I just got that as well. But what's crazy about Beatland is that like a lot of their stuff is so like the Godzilla with the sunglasses looks so different than the stuff that's right beside it and right below it. The Godzilla's like, that version of Godzilla is completely different looking than this. They have a lot of different, but it all fits.
It does.
It all fits, and I want it all, and I need a Godzilla rear view mirror in my car.
100%. No, I love the car stuff. I thought it might have been Beatland, but I thought it was Yutaka. I used to have a Ultraman like car fan, like it would go in the car, and it was but it looked very similar to that because I've seen the blinkers before.
Might be, might be, might still be there.
Anyway, so that was a cool one. But car accessories done in Tokusatsu style, like chef's kiss,
and a lot of the sunglass stuff are like nightlight. The one I bought is like a nightlight,
functional,
something or radio or whatever, drink hold. Yeah, so it's cool stuff, and that will be sort of a focus for me going in to the next year. Yeah,
Beatland's fun. That's a fun one to see what because that's what also like even though it's vintage, like like older, like you can still discover things that you've never seen or never knew because like there's not like the Beatland checklist out there somewhere. Right. Okay, before I get to my number one, I did have a few honorable mentions.
Cool.
And these are things that are obtainable and different various levels. But number one, I got to go ahead and just like get the Yuri-chan marmot to kill, for Ultra Q. That's an easy one. I can get that one. It's just it's not cheap. I need to go back and get Series 1 of Inca Vinyl of the Ultra Kaiju, which they did the Return of Ultraman. So you have Draculas and King Bakul and Bimstar. So I got to get those guys because I got the Ultraman wave, as you know, at Decon when Inca Vinyl was there. So I got to go back and get those. Like they're like 4 inches tall. So those will be really cool. I also, now this is something that you might be into. I don't know if you've seen, Swimmy Design Lab, like Inca comes from Swimmy Design Lab, right? And so Swimmy Design Lab retired and they have all their amazing stuff. And they just did the big leftover lottery of all their stuff they had in stock. And I did not win.
I saw that. Yeah.
I did not win. I tried my best.
Yeah.
But I want to at least have one SDL piece. I would love to get like the Minya or the Godzilla or the Jamila. Like there's a lot of cool ones that I would like. And I'd like to pick one piece up this year.
Yeah. I love their Matango.
Yeah, the Matango's great.
The Matango is so cool. The Godzilla is so weird to me, and I love it, but it's so fucking weird.
It's very bizarre. That's the one I bid on.
The Matango I love.
So on the lottery, you could only pick one of like the 30 that you could bid on. Like you couldn't and it was like, would you take any more? And I was like, Godzilla was my number one choice, and I will take any of them.
Right.
Now here's the thing that stinks: the Ultra 7s that were left over. Which I love the Ultra 7, but it's it's expensive toy. It was 770 or 7,700, whatever it was. But they were, you're thinking you're paying about $700 on them, $600, $700, and they're already on the secondhand market, the 2 or 3 for like $1,500, $1,600. And I like that one, and I love Ultra 7, but it wouldn't be my number one choice of Swimmy Design Lab, so I'd rather wait on that. And the other honorable mention, I have a couple of these. I have a Shin Godzilla, I have a Mirror Man. But I want to go a little bit harder into the Ichiban Boshi, the Bakuso motorcycle. I think it translates like driving wildly or going wild series, where you have the different characters on their motorcycles. And I like it because they have just some random ones like Godman, our buddy Godman, obviously Spectre Man, Zabuton. They have a lot of Mazinger Z. They do have some kaiju. Like there's one with like a Pandan from Ultra 7 in there. So I just love this because they do some really cool ones. The Shin Godzilla is great. The Mirror Man's great. I say Mirror Man. I'm sorry. Zone Fighter. Zone Fighter is great. They probably have a Mirror Man, but I want to go and dive into those a little bit harder next year.
Yeah, those are all cool, man. Those are all great. Those are all great honorable mentions. And I'm kind of doing the same thing with Inca Vinyl. I missed out on a lot of of their Godzilla line, and I'm going to be doing the same thing in the new year, is trying to go back and maybe pick up some of those that I missed as they come out.
Yeah, I love the smaller Ultra Kaiju ones.
They're great.
More than I thought.
I didn't pick up any of their Ultraman stuff, but every day of my life since Decon, I've regretted at least not picking up that Balton.
The Balton's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so my number one, it's at making its debut on my list, but it's one that I've known about for a while. It has a lot of cool elements. It's vintage. It's Ultraman. It has vehicles in it. It is. It's not cheap. It's not one that it's one that we can find. But once again, how worn in do you want it to be? Do you want the box? All that good stuff. And that is from our good friends. We've mentioned them a few times today. From Masudaya Toys. I want that Ultraman fire truck. That is number one on my list. I think it is an amazing, amazing toy. And I love, like I said, I love Masudai. I got a couple of their vehicles, but they're all Spectreman. So I want that Masudai Ultraman fire truck. It's a cool piece. Not a lot of fire truck vehicle kaiju tokusatsu stuff. And it's one that, like, hey, have I seen it where it's in like a realistic price range in a good situation? Yes. But I've also seen it where it's like, nope, not going to happen. So we'll see if I can snag one that, we have somebody that's very, that's very eager to sell. I think this is something that I could get because they're out there. They're not impossible to find. So this is one that I really, really, really hope comes up, and it is my number one. And starting, tomorrow when I wake up, it's going to be my singular focus.
You're going to be looking for it.
Yeah.
Hey, this is beautiful. I love the weird, like, sort of pensive, like, thoughtful look on his face.
Oh yeah.
I
want Ultraman to be a fireman. He's a firefighter. I wanted to be Ultraman.
Yeah, I agree. This is a beautiful number one. This is such a cool toy. I'm not sure I'd ever seen this before.
And I'll be honest with you, Jake. I had no problem my number one. Like it was never in question from about probably.
Same.
That's a good feeling because I know like my target, and like if I can get number 2, number 3 for the same price, I can't. But if I could, I would love to. Bad example because those are also very expensive. But I think it was one that I was like, I know my number one. I know like 2 of the other big pieces, and then everything else was very challenging. Yeah, because there were those honorable mentions could have easily floated in and out. Especially like the Swimming Design Lab. I could have done a whole thing on this. There's one that I didn't put in honorable mention, that a line that I really like that I considered putting it in there was the I have the Pestar and the Jamila, and I think those are the 2 best. So that's why I didn't put it. But the Red King is cool as the Strange Gallery Blue Bathtub Ultra Kaiju, big and unique and goofy and great. That'd be another one. But 2026, I'm almost like I'm a little nervous because I know there's gonna be a lot of cool toys coming out this year. Yeah, and I'm curious what will be pushed out and float in throughout the year. But yeah, I feel good about number one. It's great. There was no questions on that one. I knew that probably ever since the Neo Player 195 came in. I knew that wasn't going to be number one for the 3rd consecutive year. Mm-hmm. I knew that. I was like, I'm getting a new number one this year. That was it.
Well, that's a great pick, Jay. I mean, all your picks are beautiful. And one of the things I love about doing this show is learning about toys I didn't know about. It's literally one of my favorite things. So I really love seeing your list and having my eyes opened a little bit to stuff.
Same. I mean, that's the part that we don't all we have a lot of our Venn diagram. There is a middle section. Yeah. There's a lot of things that fall out on there, and that's the best part. Because if we were only talking about Shin Godzilla and Bylante and gross stuff, or if we're only talking about weird Spectreman stuff, like it would get boring. So, and we also would get to, see all the great stuff. But then there's that middle ground when you hit. That's why when the Inca vinyl comes, it's like we're both like, oh, this is me.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm me, Jake.
I also have some some runner-ups here, and they probably won't be any kind of surprise to you, but there is one thing that I wonder if you've ever seen, because I couldn't find a lot of information on it. But my honorable mentions are here. And so let me start with the stuff at the bottom, because we've talked about this before. Godzilla Land, one of my favorite things of all time.
Yeah.
Not a ton of stuff. And I've been able to find a lot of Godzilla Land stuff with your help. We've been able to get a good bit of it.
Well, you've had a lot of luck on eBay with that one.
Yeah, you can find it. But specifically, the figures, the actual figures, I have never seen a single fucking one of them. And they made them, so as you can see, the ones on the right all have kind of like a keychain type thing. The ones on the left do not. And then they also made squeaker toys. But they're all the exact same like molds. You know what I mean? I didn't even know they made a Rodan until I found this image.
Seen that.
I thought it was just the other four. I've never seen a Rodan until I found this picture. And I've seen a couple people who've owned some of these.
Yeah.
But I have never been able to find a single one of these figures.
Yeah.
And I really, really want them. And that's a collection I'm always still having my eyes open for. So I wanted to throw those on there.
That's cool.
Now the Mothras I put on here, I don't know if you've seen any of these. Sadly, they're not for sale. So that's why I put it on here. This guy, I made sure to put his Instagram, Mothra_1961. He just makes these. It's just his hobby. He hand makes these big, beautiful Mothra figures. They all look. If you go to his Instagram, and every picture is like him making these super realistic looking Mothras. Their wings kind of bat up and down.
Yeah.
He has pictures of like a room in his house where it's just he's made all the Mothras.
Looking at it right now. Yep.
They are so very beautiful. And I think he sent one to Matt Frank. I think Matt Frank has one.
Oh, that's awesome.
And they're just beautiful. And I was like checking, and he says on his website, like, because of copyright, I don't sell these. So it's just his own little thing that he does, but they are gorgeous. And amazing. I cannot believe that these aren't something.
Toe needs to go license these and get these out there.
They're amazing. The last thing is the thing I didn't know if you'd ever seen.
I have not.
But it's like a Lion Maru tin toy. And
oh my gosh.
I believe Lion Maru himself is plastic.
Yeah.
But his horse is a tin toy. And
I
was only able to find 2 posts. Whoever this was had a couple different pictures. And guess who the other person who I found who owns it?
Who's that?
Mark.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
So,
oh yeah, he has 12.
I love tin toys, and that's also a collection that I've been working on throughout the years. And I am very new to Lion Maru within this year, and I've been picking up stuff here and there, but this is a beautiful toy. It's just awesome. I love the aesthetic of it. And
I mean, that is like that tin horse looks just like something throwback out of like classic, like 40s, 50s, US even toys. I've seen Lion Maru like other toys with a horse. Like I know Bandai or Band Presto did one and stuff like that, but I've never seen this tin one. That's amazing.
Never seen the tin one. Yeah. But yeah, those are my honorable mentions. Some
very
fun
cool,
stuff.
Dude. Yeah, that's I'm gonna steal that Lion Maru one as well too.
Oh, well, maybe we can find it. Maybe we'll find some info. I couldn't find much about it. Jay, my number one now.
I'm still trying to think of what it could be, and I'm drawing a blank.
Well, as soon as you see it, you're gonna understand because it's something I've talked about a couple times with you this year. And it kind of what you were saying a little bit with your number 3. Goes in with this. Now it's not a Busca specifically, and
you don't have big Busca game.
And here's the thing. My number 1 is not a specific toy, but it is a specific thing, a specific kind of toy that's new to me.
Okay.
And it's something that I've never really cared about. I have never, before I show it, I know I'm building it up a little bit, but before we go into it, I have never been the kind of person to really care if a figure is like a re-release or an original. It's just, I was like, oh, I can buy an original for $500 or I can buy the re-release for $150. I'm probably, if I like it, I'll buy the new one. But because of you and because of this podcast, you know what it is. You're figuring
I know
it out.
I know now.
I have learned what it is like to hold a 1966 Gongo in my hand and smell it. And I cannot get that smell out.
And we were pitching that idea. Oh, yeah,
I cannot get the smell out of my head. And more than anything,
I love the title.
I want multiple toys. We'll start with one because I know they can be pricey.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I have been looking at like 1966 Ultra Q figures, what's out there. And I almost don't care. I almost don't care who it is. Like who my first one is. I almost don't care. But I want something that smells. And I want it to have a kid's name written on it. I just love the look of it.
Yeah.
It's some dude, I don't know what it is. It's something I didn't care for as much until G-Fest. And then you had, I don't even remember what the toy was, but you had something at G-Fest.
You had a 66 Godzilla and
66 Godzilla, okay.
I think I might have had a Bullmark King Ghidorah there maybe too. I can't remember.
But that was one of the first times I was able to like smell like an actual vintage Sofubi and hold it and be like, oh, this is different. This is like a meaningful, this is no longer just a toy.
Yeah.
There's something, the smell is so good. I loved the smell, the weird Play-Doh-y smell. And then you had the Gongo and you had the King Ghidorah at a Decon, and I could not stop smelling it. And anytime anybody said anything, I was like, smell it, pick it up and smell it. I was like, that's a selling point. Smell that thing. And like, just the fact that like in the 60s or the early 70s, whenever the figure came out, the kid wrote his name on it. I don't care about kids, dude. I don't have a huge soft spot for children, but just the fact that it's old and somebody wrote their name on it and I can't even read it and the smell, I want it and I need it.
If it makes you feel better, Jake, it probably was their mom that wrote it on there.
Right. Yeah.
So you don't even have to factor the kid in there.
It's just the whole thing. It's just the whole thing. It's like it feels more important and it feels like it's beyond just collecting toys at that point. And I don't have any of those like original figures from the early, 60s and 70s, whenever these all started coming out. So like, I want to do that. I want to get at least one this year, but I would love to have, I was like, dude, if I could be honest, I want enough to where my toy room smells like that. You know, I want to get a bunch of them.
We pitched that idea at Decon to a few people.
Yeah. But that's my number one. I want to get something. I want to get something like, I don't care where I start. Like, I don't care which figure I start as long as it has those two things, but I will get more, and I'm sure after I get one, I'll be like, okay, well now I need the Dodongo or now I need an Ultraman or something. Like, I would love to get an original. I don't have an Ultraman, all my Ultraman stuff is new. I don't have even have like re-releases of those old sculpts or anything. Yeah. So that's my number one. I want something that smells and has a kid's name written on it in Japanese.
I would at least clarify. I get you something that smells and has our kid's name on it. I can ship that in the mail. You do not want that.
No, you know what I mean.
I think that was well said. Like, I agree. When the toy ceases to become just a toy and it's more of that connection to the past, and it's amazing. And also, it's like, I think it's cool because we talk about our art toys now. We talk about how Sofubi's art and all these small runs and these artist-centric, artist-forward toys and everything. But like, the origins of Sofubi are kids' toys. And that's why, like, I love it's that linkage to the past. And I don't know. We can work on this one. This one we can do. But But yeah, that's some cool stuff. I
Yeah.
did not have a smell as your number one, but
It's
it
a
makes
smell.
total sense. It makes
It's the
total sense.
smell. I gotta have the smell.
Wow. Last
Yeah.
year was the or maybe it was 2 years ago. Last year was the move into die-cast toys and stuff for you and tin toys and all that. And I feel like a lot of vintage vibes in this year.
That's just what I'm into, man.
Yeah.
And I'm still the vintage stuff, the tin toys and the bullmark, the like die-cast stuff. That's still some of my top. Like I almost put in my honorable mentions the bullmark die-cast Gigan.
Oh yeah,
is such a beautiful toy, and I want it so bad. I was able to pick up, the Godzilla, the Mecha Godzilla, and I got both of them like basically complete with the boxes. I got the King Ghidorah, but the King Ghidorah is missing so much that I don't like. It's probably
you don't claim him as family.
I don't even claim it. I still need it, but the Gigan is the best one, and that's all stuff I'm still working on, and that's what I like a couple of our top 10 lists. I've had some stuff on there where I put it on there and sure it's something I want or at least wanted, but I never got it and I never even tried and it just kind of faded and I don't even think about it as much. But like, the Lit Goji, Godzilla Land, Flocked Godzilla, tin toy, that is all stuff that I look for on a every other day basis. I'm doing searches for that kind of stuff. So
Well, dude, we did another one.
We did.
Year 5. How our lists have changed. Hey, you know what? I just realized this, and I was thinking of this when you were doing your last one. I was like, I only had one Godzilla toy on there, and it was the tower where he was one of many guys.
Well, it's not even just him.
Yeah, man, that's weird.
It is weird.
A lot more Ultraman on there.
Yeah, same. I guess I had a good bit of Ultraman.
Well, there's
too,
more.
Really.
They're like, God, they're going to Japan. I just feel like I'm still feeling the after effects of just being overwhelmed by all that there are from Ultraman, and especially when you start even going back vintage and stuff that's great, or merchandise like you like there's just so much of that. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm packing up for gonna go to my mom's for Christmas tomorrow, and literally when we get done here, I'm packing up my Ultraman train set and my Ultraman Christmas tree and my Santa Claus Ultraman, and I'm getting it all ready to bring it to my mom's house.
Love that. Now that will be a festive house.
Hey, I also hold on, is this it? Oh man, here we go. I also went to the store, Jay.
Oh,
and I bought. I should have did this in my pickups, even though it's not really. I bought hats. I bought scarves.
Oh my lord!
I bought Santa hats.
Yes.
And presents. And Christmas lights.
Oh my gosh!
For my Sofubi, so I can have a little scene. I gotta see who fits in the hat.
Yeah.
So I can figure out what to bring to my mom's.
Well, will you do me one favor?
Yeah, of course.
Will you please, when you're there, maybe before, maybe right now, to get in the spirit?
Yeah.
Speaking of Ultraman and Christmas, will you watch because I don't think we've talked about it. And if you have watched it, great. The Ultraman Ace, the Christmas episode where it's the father of Ultra comes and is Santa Claus and all that good stuff. It's a great holiday.
Oh my God, I would love to.
Yeah, it would be great to get you in the vibe on that one. I can't remember
send that to me just so I won't forget, and we will definitely watch that this weekend. I'll make my mom watch it. Yeah. Is it on Tubi? It's on Tubi.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's Ultraman Ace. It's
Ultraman
Ace. I think it's like the episode is it's like Father of Ultra, like Resurrection Father of Ultra.
Resurrection Father. Okay.
Yeah.
I saw. Now I know we've talked about before. There's a lot of like Christian imagery and Ultraman and stuff like that. And I saw somebody post on Facebook that there's apparently a Blu-ray disc of specifically like Yuletide Ultraman, and it's like
Oh wow.
Ultraman, I guess like Christmas-esque.
Oh yeah, Father of Ultra's on the cover. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess there's. I was like, is it just that one episode, or is there just more? There's enough
Post
Christmas
that one, yeah, maybe, yeah.
Ultraman stuff that they were able to put a compilation disc together. Cool.
There you go. There you go. But I would definitely start with that one. It's very good.
100%.
It's a fun near the end of the season. But yeah, Resurrection, Father of Ultra. It'll be the one with Santa Claus in it. So you can't.
I'm gonna make
Ace Santa Claus. You're good.
Literally gonna make my entire family watch that on Christmas. So
read. Yeah.
Listen, we got our lists.
Got our list.
Really good lists. If anybody's listening, please
send them our way.
Drop
your list.
Send them.
I was going to say, guys.
Leave a comment and let us know, like if any of this stuff jumps out to you, or like let us know what's on your list, or if you own any of these toys, let us know so you can
want to cut us a deal.
You can make us jealous, or sell it to us.
Looking at you, Partridge, and your 753s. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I hope everybody has a good holiday and has a good break, and we'll see you guys in the new year. Jay, anything else?
No, I'm just really enjoying this Alien Wild Tour. No, everybody have a great holiday, whatever holiday you choose to celebrate. If you celebrate anything at all, we love you. We'll see you in January, and go buy not one, not two, but many toys.
Many toys. Bye, guys.